Hello everyone, and welcome back.
Hi, everyone. It is wonderful to have you with us again.
Ron, I have a confession to make.
That sounds serious.
I planned to exercise this morning.
That sounds responsible.
I put on my workout clothes, filled my water bottle, and chose an energetic playlist.
Impressive preparation.
Then I sat on the sofa to tie my shoes.
And what happened?
I started scrolling on my phone.
Oh no.
20 minutes later, I was still wearing workout clothes, but I was watching a video about how to organize a refrigerator.
Was your refrigerator at least well organized afterward?
No. I did not organize it. I only watched someone else do it.
So neither the workout nor the refrigerator was completed.
Exactly. It was a very unproductive morning, but I looked surprisingly athletic.
Well, appearance is not everything.
Sadly, no.
Did you eventually exercise?
I did. I told myself I only had to walk for 10 minutes.
And did you stop after 10 minutes?
No. Once I got outside, I continued for almost half an hour.
That is interesting, because it shows that starting is often the hardest part.
Absolutely. Before I began, exercise felt like a huge task. After 5 minutes, it felt natural.
And how did you feel when you came home?
Clearer, calmer, and strangely proud of myself.
That brings us perfectly to today's topic.
Yes. Today, we are asking a meaningful question: how can exercise improve our mental health?
We often discuss exercise as a tool for changing the body.
We hear about stronger muscles, better fitness, weight loss, and physical appearance.
But movement also has a powerful effect on our emotional well-being.
It can influence our mood, our sleep, our concentration, and our ability to cope with stress.
Exactly. It does not remove every difficulty from life, but it can change the way we experience those difficulties.
I have noticed that. Sometimes I go for a walk with a problem that feels enormous.
And when you return,
The problem is still there, but it no longer fills my entire mind.
that is a valuable distinction.
Exercise does not always solve the situation.
But it can create enough mental space for us to respond more wisely.
Why do our thoughts become so intense when we are stressed?
Because stress often narrows our attention. We become focused on one mistake, one fear, or one possible negative outcome.
We replay the same thought repeatedly.
Yes, we might say we are stuck in a loop.
A loop is something that repeats without moving forward.
Exactly. You think, what if I fail? Then, what will people think? Then, why am I not better prepared? And soon you return to the first question.
I know that pattern very well.
Movement can interrupt it.
Because we start paying attention to our body and surroundings?
Yes, the rhythm of your steps, the movement of your arms, the air against your skin, and the sounds around you can bring your attention back to the present.
That sounds almost like meditation.
In some ways, it can be. Walking can become a moving form of mindfulness.
Mindfulness means paying attention to the present moment without judging it too quickly.
Precisely.
I once went for a walk after a particularly stressful day at work.
What had happened?
I had made a mistake during a presentation.
Was it a serious mistake?
Not really. I forgot one detail and corrected myself a minute later.
That sounds manageable.
Logically, yes. Emotionally, I treated it like the end of my career.
Our emotions are not always known for their sense of proportion.
That is so true. I kept imagining that everyone thought I was incompetent.
Even though there was no real evidence?
None at all. After work, I walked through a quiet neighborhood. The evening sunlight was falling across the buildings, and people were sitting outside cafes.
That sounds peaceful.
After about 15 minutes, I thought, perhaps one imperfect moment does not define my entire ability.
That is a much more balanced thought.
The walk gave me enough distance to see the situation clearly.
We often call that gaining perspective.
To gain perspective means to see a problem in a wider and more realistic way.
Exactly. Exercise can help us step out of the emotional storm for a moment.
I like that image.
When you are inside a storm, everything feels urgent and confusing.
But when you move away from it, you may notice that it is only one storm, not the whole sky.
Beautifully said.
Exercise also helps us deal with physical tension, does it not?
It does. Stress is not only something we think about. It appears in the body.
Tight shoulders, a stiff jaw, shallow breathing, and headaches.
Some people also feel restless, as though they have energy trapped inside them.
That is exactly how anxiety feels for me sometimes. I am exhausted, but I cannot sit still.
Movement gives that nervous energy somewhere to go.
So instead of fighting the feeling, we use the body to process it.
Yes, a brisk walk, a short run, dancing, cycling, or even stretching can help release some of that built-up tension.
Built-up tension means stress that has gradually increased.
Correct.
Sometimes we ignore stress all day.
We answer emails, attend meetings, travel home, make dinner, and keep telling ourselves we are fine.
Then one tiny problem happens.
And suddenly everything feels unbearable.
Last week, I nearly cried because I dropped a spoon.
Was the spoon especially important?
No. It was an ordinary spoon. But emotionally, it was clearly the final betrayal.
People often describe that as the last straw.
The final small problem that becomes too much after many earlier problems.
Exactly. Regular movement can reduce some pressure before we reach that point.
It gives the mind and body a chance to reset.
Reset is a useful word. It means returning to a calmer, clearer state.
We can say, I need a short break to reset.
Or, a walk helps me clear my head.
Clear my head means reduce mental noise so I can think more clearly.
Very natural.
Exercise can also improve our mood quite quickly.
Yes, although the effect may be subtle.
We do not always return from a walk feeling completely joyful.
No, sometimes we simply feel slightly less tense, slightly more hopeful, or more able to continue.
And that still matters.
Very much.
I think people sometimes expect dramatic results.
They imagine that one workout should completely transform their day.
But feeling 10% better can be valuable.
Exactly. Mental health often improves through small changes repeated over time.
Like opening a window in a stuffy room.
A little fresh air may not change the entire house, but it changes how the room feels.
I love that.
Exercise can also create a sense of achievement.
Especially when we complete something we almost avoided.
Yes, when you keep a small promise to yourself, you build self-trust.
What does self-trust mean?
It means believing that you can depend on yourself.
For example, I say, I will walk for 15 minutes after dinner, and then I actually do it.
That action becomes evidence that you can follow through.
Follow through means complete what you planned or promised.
Exactly.
That seems especially important when someone feels low or powerless.
It is. A small action can remind us that we still have some influence over our day.
Not control over everything.
No, but some influence.
If you are enjoying this conversation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment the word balance if you want to take better care of your body and mind.
Balance is an excellent word for this topic.
Because mental health is not built through one perfect habit.
We need sleep, movement, rest, social connection, nourishment, and emotional support.
Exercise is part of that picture, but it is not the entire picture.
That is an important point.
Sometimes people tell someone who is struggling, you just need to exercise.
That can sound dismissive.
Especially when the person is experiencing serious depression, anxiety, grief, or burnout.
Exercise can be supportive, but it should not be presented as a simple cure.
And it should not replace professional care when professional care is needed.
Exactly. Speaking with a doctor, therapist, counselor, or trusted person can be essential.
Asking for help is not weakness.
It is often an act of courage and self-respect.
I think some people feel ashamed when they cannot motivate themselves.
Yes, they may compare themselves with someone online who appears energetic and disciplined every day.
But social media usually shows the finished workout, not the difficult morning before it.
We see the run, but not the 20-minute argument the person had with themselves before putting on their shoes.
I have that argument regularly.
Who usually wins?
It depends. Sometimes the shoes win. Sometimes the sofa wins by a large margin.
At least you are honest.
Comparison can make exercise feel like a test of personal worth.
And that is unhealthy. Movement should be a form of care, not punishment.
That sentence is worth repeating.
Exercise should support your life, not become another reason to criticize yourself.
What about consistency? People often say we must be consistent.
Consistency is useful, but people often confuse it with perfection.
So consistency does not mean never missing a day.
No, it means returning to the habit after life interrupts it.
That is a much more realistic definition.
You may become busy, tired, ill, or emotionally overwhelmed.
You may stop for a few days or even a few weeks.
The important skill is learning how to begin again without shame.
I tend to become dramatic after missing 3 workouts.
What do you tell yourself?
Well, clearly I am no longer a person who exercises.
That is quite a conclusion.
I am very efficient at turning a small pause into an identity crisis.
A kinder response would be, my routine was interrupted. I can restart gently.
Restart gently feels much better than fix everything immediately.
Because extreme restarts often lead to exhaustion.
I have done that too. I miss a week, then plan a 2-hour workout to make up for it.
And how does that usually end?
With sore muscles and another week on the sofa.
A predictable cycle.
Exercise can also improve sleep, which has a major effect on mental health.
Absolutely. When we sleep poorly, our emotional reactions often become stronger.
Small problems seem more personal.
Concentration becomes harder.
Patience becomes shorter.
And negative thoughts may feel more convincing.
Regular movement can help create a healthier rhythm between activity and rest.
Yes, the body has a reason to feel ready for sleep.
Although intense exercise late at night may make some people more alert.
That is true. We need to observe our own response.
A gentle evening walk works well for me.
What do you enjoy about it?
The cooler air, quieter streets, and warm lights in apartment windows.
That sounds calming.
Sometimes I listen to soft music. Other times, I leave my phone at home.
Which is more relaxing?
Leaving my phone at home, although the first few minutes feel strangely uncomfortable.
Because you are used to constant stimulation.
Exactly. My hand almost reaches for a phone that is not there.
That shows how automatic the habit has become.
After a while, though, my mind begins to settle.
Settle means gradually become calmer.
Like muddy water becoming clear when it is left still.
A beautiful comparison.
Our minds rarely get that stillness when we are constantly scrolling.
We take in information faster than we can process it.
One video leads to another, then another, and suddenly our attention feels scattered.
Movement without a screen can bring those scattered pieces back together.
Exercise can also help with social connection.
Yes, walking with someone can create a comfortable space for conversation.
I find it easier to discuss personal feelings while walking side by side.
There is less pressure to maintain eye contact.
Silence feels natural too.
You can pause, breathe, and continue when you are ready.
I once told a friend, I have not felt like myself lately, during a long walk.
That is a useful and honest phrase.
It means you feel different from your usual self, perhaps more tired, anxious, distant, or sad.
How did your friend respond?
She said, you do not have to explain everything at once. I am here.
That is a deeply supportive response.
She did not try to solve my life.
Sometimes people need presence more than solutions.
By the end of the walk, my problems remained, but I felt less alone.
And feeling less alone can make a heavy situation easier to carry.
Let us talk about motivation.
A complicated subject.
I often wait until I feel motivated before I exercise.
And does motivation arrive on schedule?
Rarely. It appears unexpectedly and disappears when needed.
Motivation is useful, but unreliable.
So what should we depend on instead?
A simple routine and a very small first action.
Such as putting on our shoes.
Yes, do not negotiate with the entire workout. Focus only on the next step.
Put on the shoes.
Fill the water bottle.
Open the door.
Walk for 5 minutes.
Then decide whether to continue.
Exactly. Starting reduces the mental resistance.
Sometimes action creates motivation rather than the other way around.
That is called building momentum.
Momentum is the force that makes continued movement easier once we have started.
Correct.
This is also true for learning English.
Very true.
We may not feel ready to study for an hour.
But we can listen for 5 minutes.
Repeat one useful phrase.
Write 3 sentences.
Then perhaps we naturally continue.
Progress in language learning and exercise comes from repeated effort, not occasional perfection.
One lesson will not make you fluent,
And one workout will not transform your health.
but each effort contributes.
We can say it all adds up.
Small actions create a meaningful result over time.
Exactly.
Let us give our listeners some practical advice.
First, choose movement that you genuinely enjoy.
Do not force yourself to run because someone online says running is best.
Walk, swim, cycle, dance, stretch, hike, or play a sport.
Second, make the goal small enough to begin.
10 minutes is often more useful than an ambitious plan you continually avoid.
Third, connect exercise with an existing routine.
Walk after lunch, stretch after work, or dance while preparing dinner.
Fourth, reduce the effort required to start.
Leave your shoes near the door.
Prepare your clothes the night before.
Choose a simple route.
Fifth, notice your emotional state before and after moving.
Ask, how tense do I feel right now?
Then ask, has anything shifted?
You may feel calmer, clearer, more energetic, or simply proud that you began.
Sixth, include rest without guilt.
Rest supports recovery.
Especially when the body is sore, injured, ill, or deeply tired.
Seventh, avoid comparing your progress with someone else's.
Your 10-minute walk is not less meaningful because someone else ran 10 kilometers.
Your routine needs to fit your body, your schedule, and your life.
Let us practice some natural phrases.
Good idea.
I need to clear my head.
I need to clear my head.
I have been feeling overwhelmed lately.
I have been feeling overwhelmed lately.
I want to get back into a healthier routine.
Get back into means return to a habit or activity.
I want to get back into a healthier routine.
Excellent.
I will take it one step at a time.
That means move forward gradually without demanding immediate perfection.
I will take it one step at a time.
Very good.
A short walk might help me reset.
A short walk might help me reset.
I do not have to do everything today.
I do not have to do everything today.
That sentence is useful for almost every area of life.
Especially when we feel overwhelmed.
Before we finish, I want to make a realistic promise to myself.
What will it be?
After this conversation, I will put my phone away and walk for 20 minutes.
That sounds manageable.
I will not measure my speed.
Good.
I will not compare myself with anyone.
Even better.
I will pay attention to the air, the light, my steps, and my breathing.
And when you return,
I will ask myself one simple question: do I feel even slightly better?
that is a wise approach.
Exercise does not need to produce a dramatic transformation every time.
A small improvement still matters.
Feeling a little calmer matters.
Sleeping a little better matters.
Feeling proud that you kept a promise to yourself matters.
And choosing to care for yourself always matters.
Today, we learned that exercise can reduce stress, improve mood, support sleep, build confidence, and strengthen social connection.
We also learned that movement does not need to be extreme.
It should be realistic, enjoyable, and compassionate.
Begin with what you can manage.
Return when your routine is interrupted.
Rest when your body needs recovery.
And seek support when your feelings become too heavy to carry alone.
Thank you for spending this calm moment with us.
Perhaps you are drinking tea or making coffee.
Perhaps you are sitting beside a rainy window.
Maybe morning sunlight is filling your room.
Or perhaps you are walking while you listen.
Wherever you are, relax your shoulders.
Take a slow breath in.
And gently breathe out.
You do not need to transform your entire life today.
One small action is enough.
Move your body with patience.
Treat your mind with kindness.
And continue learning English at your own pace.
Progress is often quiet.
But quiet progress is still progress.
Goodbye, everyone.
Take care, and we will see you next time.
Remember, sometimes a simple walk can make room for a clearer thought and a calmer heart.
Bye for now.